All right, team, R441, resistance for January. You have 4 main circuits once again. 4 main circuits. You're going side to side in the room, not back and forth. Again, each circuit you'll progressively work towards the back of the room, but in each circuit you're going from side to side. You have 2 exercises, 4 rounds, 28 seconds worth of work, 25 seconds transition time, and a 25-second end of round rest time. So it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's no extra end of round rest time. When you're done with each circuit, you have a 45-second transition time from circuit to circuit. Once you're done with all 4 main circuits, you have a 60-second transition time to the finishing circuit. There's only one finishing circuit. It consists of 4 exercises, 2 rounds, 30 seconds worth of work, 5 seconds between the first between all the exercises, and then you get a 15-second end of round rest time for the next round. And again, it's 4 exercises, 30 seconds, 2 rounds, 30 seconds worth of work, 5-second transition time. And their team is R441, resistance for January. Seated dumbbell overhead press. Here, you're gonna grab 2 dumbbells. You're gonna use your legs to help get you in position. Most important thing about this one, guys, elbow placement. I want the elbows in line with the shoulders or slightly in front of the shoulders, but not behind the shoulders, okay? So when you come down, go slightly below 90 degrees, nice arc pattern. Again, when you're done, use your legs to get you out. Dumbbell pull over, you're gonna grab 1 dumbbell. You're gonna grab it by the bottom of the dumbbell, use your leg to help get you in, get to the edge of this bench. Now, you're gonna start right here, forehead level. I have a slight bend in those arms. That bend never changes. My hinge point is my shoulder. It is not my elbow. I'm not hinging here. I'm hinging here, okay? So again, I stop at my forehead, full extension all the way back, and then stop at the forehead again. When I'm done, use my legs to help get me out. Landmine squat press. You're gonna use the landmines right over here. You're gonna come down, squat down, pick it up with your legs, then get it in position. You're gonna hold it with both hands, and you're just gonna squat and press up. Now, keep the core tight. Very important to keep the core tight in this one. This puts a lot of stress in the lower back, so you want to make sure you're stabilizing that core with those abs. Come down, again, press overhead, just like this, okay? If coming down, if it bothers their back, they can always stay in this position. This is going to give them more shoulders, less overall work, but it's still just as effective. The whole point of adding the squat is so they can overload, so they can actually do a little bit more than they might have been able to do without the squat, because they can use a little bit of momentum, but they don't want to swing. Just a little bit of momentum to help get it up, and then on the eccentric, coming down, or the concentric, they're going to slow that movement down. So coming back down, they're going to slow it down. Is the equalizer rows. Here, the closer their heels are to the bar, the easier this is going to be. They're going to pull, again, shoulders down and back, not to let them, you don't want the shoulders coming up here, you want the shoulders down and back, pull yourself all the way up. Option 2 is to pull these feet out. The further these feet go, the harder it's going to be. If they want a little bit more, they can use no feet at all. Or you can actually add a little bit of weight to them as well. Rubber band external rotation. So here, a lot of people are going to probably need to use the yellow rubber bands because this is not a heavy exercise. You're going to start with the elbows. Shoulder height, the elbows don't move. The elbows simply rotate, but they're not moving up, down, in, or out. If you see somebody doing this, that means it's too much for them. They need to lighten the load. They need to keep these elbows in this fixed spot, come back as far as they can with those hands, and again, keep the shoulders down and back. Squatted row. Now, most people can do more than they think on this one. So most people should be at least at the purple, if not even at the green. Once again, shoulders down and back, and you're just going to row. This is just the squatted row here, guys. So we're not alternating or anything like that. Again, shoulders down and back, squeeze those lats, come back as far as you can, pull the elbows back as far as you can, and squeeze the lats. Think about pulling the elbows back versus pulling the hands, because we want to get it to the point where we're using the lats more instead of more of the bicep. Also, while you keep your shoulders down and back, and we're not pulling up here, we're pulling to our belly button or midsection there, okay? Then the rear delt, the rubber band rear delt. So the rubber band rear delt, standing on the rubber band, inside of the rubber band. Arms come wide. Once again, my shoulders are down and back. I don't creep up my shoulders, keep them down and back. And again, pull the elbows high. So I'm pulling the elbows high, They're coming out here. They're not close to my body. As soon as I turn them in close to my body, I'm working more my lats. Grip 60 pull-ups, seated pull-ups. Here, your options are first a row. They lean back, keeping the shoulders down and back. Once again, shoulders always down and back. They're going to do a row, pull the elbows down as far as they can. Option 2, seated, and you're going to pull yourself straight up. Option 3, cross the legs, open those knees, and then pull yourself up. Again, keep the shoulders down and back with a rubber band row. So you're going to start on both sides of that rubber band. Heels, weight is in the heels. Hips are back, back is flat, shoulders down and back. Once again, I always want my shoulders down and back because that's going to activate those lats. Pull those elbows high and squeeze. The rubber band rear delt. Again, weight is in the heels, back is flat, shoulders down and back, and I might pull my elbows high. They're out to the side, they're not down here. Pull them up here, I'm going to get the rear delts. Down here is going to be the lats. We're going to be doing the slow-mo sit-up. On the slow-mo sit-up, it's nice and slow and controlled. All the way up, and then all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time. Try to keep the shoulders off the ground the entire time. If they want more, they come up, don't go all the way up, and they don't go all the way down. So they're just staying in that small little range of motion there, so they keep the tension, the intense tension on those abs. Is going to be the via pulled. Option there is going to be here or up here. Now, once again, if they have lower back issues, lower back always stays on the ground. So the option where they take the lower back off the ground, if they have lower back issues, it's not an option for them. Make sure they keep the lower back on the ground. If they raise their, again, pulling the shoulders as high as they can, they're still going to get a contraction, so it's still effective, but it takes the pressure off that lower back.